Alright, what is up everybody? This is Zacharias. We're back again with more of Avernum 4 Greed and Glory. Let's go ahead and continue here. We're in Fort Dranlon now. 3% chance. No, I'm going to ignore that. Might be something that a character can unlock anyway. But I definitely take all the coins I can get. Okay, even though the ceiling is more lenient in this one, that guard was still in close enough range for it to not work. Goblin trophies. Goblins are attempting to infest this area of the Eastern Gallery. We have enough problems. Hunt them down and show that this is a mistake. Look for the goblins around dirty campsites. Bring 5 of their tribal necklaces to Commander Meyerwin of Fort Dranlon. Bounty of 200 coins. There is an ogre living in the swamp east of Fort Dranlon. His name is Swamp Louse. It is sedate for an ogre, but these creatures are unpredictable. Get rid of it now before it causes real harm. Bring news of his death to Commander Meyerwin of Fort Dranlon. Bounty of 400 coins. Due to the loss of our boats, we must find travel routes over land. There is a forest of stone spires across the river just southwest of Fort Dranlon. We need to find a safe route to them. Should you find a way there, report it to Ariadne of Fort Dranlon. She will give you a minor reward. The infamous bandit Skunky Joe has been sighted in the woods northeast of Fort Dranlon. He possesses magical powers and is extremely dangerous. In the unlikely event that you kill him, report the feat to Commander Meyerwin of Fort Dranlon. He will be paid a bounty of 400 coins. Well, technically, we already did that. Okay. Just a dog there. You meet a young scout of the Avernum army. Her armor is leather-studded with iron plates. Light, sturdy, and filthy. Her pack is at her feet in case she needs to leave at a moment's notice. For the moment, she is drinking heavily. She happily waves you over when she sees you. Ah, another wanderer, a disciple of the road. Come sit with Ariadne. Let's trade tales of adventure. You trade stories of the road with Ariadne. She has scouted all the tunnels in this area, including those across the river to the west. Her stories are full of suspense, but your tales of recent adventure are on another level. She is impressed. She listens carefully to what you say. Often she interrupts you with the question. She has never been up around Fort Monastery, and she pumps you for information in case she ever has to explore up there. How long have you served? Not very. I joined up when things were peaceful. Within a week, everything had gone to hell. There's timing for you. Any regrets? She takes a swig of ale and thinks about it. Nah, in times like these, every Avernite has a job to do. We have to hang together in this pit or we all die. Scout Ariadne pours you a mug of mushroom ale, leans unsteadily back in her chair, and says, Well, friend, let's trade tales of adventure before we leave the safe confines of this fine fortress. Where have you been scouting? Mostly to the west, over the river, I mean. The Sliths haven't attacked for a while. When they return, Meyerwin wants a warning, because they will. Return, I mean. She hiccups. Yes, I've learned some pretty interesting things over there. She looks at you meaningfully. Pretty interesting. How do you cross the river? You want to go over there, eh? Hunt Sliths? More power to you. We could use the help. I found a tunnel. It goes under the river. Go north and look where the water meets the cave wall of the gallery. You can find the tunnel up there. I marked it with a goblin skull on a stick. What are the Sliths doing now? Sitting around cursing their fates and trying to figure out how to kill the sea monsters. They hate not being able to use the water to travel even more than we do. Are the Sliths a serious threat? Nah, when the army of this was defeated, the Slitherikai were ended as a serious threat to Avernum forever. There's just not enough of them down here anymore. Their raids can still cause real damage, though. You know some interesting things, you say. I do, about lost treasure. I can share the information with you, for a price. She takes a swig of ale and thanks. 100 coins. Sure, seems fair to keep me from taking advantage of myself. Alright. Okay then, I follow some Sliths and here's what I heard. Northwest of here they live in the swamp. Across the river, I mean. At the far corner of the swamp is a secret passage, behind a clump of trees. Huge, twisted, thorny tangles followed by purple branching fungi. They say there is something back there. Something valuable, but they can't get it because of monsters. I didn't learn much more than that. I had to get away before they discovered me, but maybe you can use what I told you. Interesting information. If you're ever over there, you may have to look for that clump of trees. Commander Meyerwin. Meyerwin takes the egg sacks and inspects them. Yes, good. I hope killing the creatures didn't cause too much trouble. The fewer there are, the better. She counts out some copper coins for you. 25 for each sack. If I need more help, I'll leave a note on the job board. This office's occupant has been here for a long time. It is cluttered with the art and trophies of a long career. Most of the trophies were taken from Slitherikai, the constant enemy of this fortress. There is a lot of gruesome history in this room. The commander sits at her desk, sipping tea. Her long hair is streaked with gray, and she has grown stout with age. Yet she is still ready to fight at any moment. She has a sharp blade at her side and a bow over her shoulder. She smiles and bids you to sit. Ah, she says, more adventurers. A common pleasure these days. I'm Commander Meyerwin. Welcome to my fortress. You have met a lot of adventurers? Yes, they always stop here on the way through to the savage lands to the west. They love hunting out there. Some of them even come back. I have met some of the most famous adventurers in Avernite history, believe it or not. Such as? Well, I met the band that assassinated Emperor Hawthorne, the cruel leader of the Empire. You probably never even learned about him. It was during his reign that most of the Avernites were banished down here. Any others? I also met the first Avernites to journey to Vonatile lands, and a horrible journey that was. Later, they had a great hand in defeating the Empire in the war. Nice fellows, all of them, a bit distracted and treasure-hungry, but worthy Avernites, an example to us all. Commander Meyerwin smiles and pours you some tea. Chat with me a bit, she says, smiling. Perhaps we can find a way for you to aid Avernum. The office grows gradually more warm and cozy. Meyerwin has created a remarkable, tiny island of peace in the middle of perpetual danger. How long have you been a commander here? For decades, since the early days of Avernum. I got the job in an unpleasant way, and it turned out I had a knack for it. How did you get the job? This was during the war with the Slith Lord This. That was before you were born. His raiders were fierce. Most of the soldiers here were dead. An epic struggle. We even had to patch holes in the wall with magical barriers. I became commander because everyone of higher rank had been killed. Field promotion, and, well, as I said, I was good at the job. So they just kept me here. Are you looking for warriors? Always. Fort Dranlon is the shield that keeps danger from this entire region. There is always a raider or a slith or a swarm that must be fended off. There are plenty of enemies at the moment. Alas, I'm sure you have already encountered the Chitraks. Then there are the bandits and our constant friends, the Slitherikai. Where is the Slitherikai? In this region, the current concentration of savage Slitherikai is across the river to the west. It is a small blessing that they can't raid us with much enthusiasm these days. The sea monsters enjoy dining on them as well. However, if you try to explore the lands across the river to the west, you should prepare for a fight. Where are the bandits? Mostly to the north and east, harassing the merchants who try to bring us supplies. Fort Duvno deals with them. When bandits of interest operate within range of our scouts, we post bounties on the job board outside. Tell me about the chitracks. Foul, nasty bugs. Curse them. They have become our number one worry in recent weeks, killing travelers, eating crops. We can control the ones who reach the surface, but I don't have the forces to clear their tunnels. Which is why I'm very glad for your presence. I could use the assistance of a skilled adventurer. What do you need from me? The chitracks appeared very quickly. Once there were none, the next day there were multitudes. This evidence points to the possibility that someone or something is creating them. Stranger things have happened. If you can explore their tunnels and find the source of the infestation, you will have my gratitude. My gratitude, of course, comes in the form of gold and equipment. Where should I look first? In the tunnels that run under this whole region. They always emerge from there. Many of those holes are newly burrowed and completely uncharted. There are entrances to the maze all throughout the eastern gallery. Can I get any supplies for my quest? She smiles wistfully. Ah, questions like that take me back. All the wars and adventures in the past. Anyway, to answer your question, no. Of course not. If you can help me, however, you will get a bounty. Why did the infestation get worse lately? A valid question and one that has been much on my mind. Chitracks are always a threat, but they usually breed and spread slowly. Lately, they are everywhere. Is this related to the problems everywhere else in Avernum? It may be. I'm hoping someone can investigate. Okay, got a cat right here. Oh, the cat was seeing me. I can't take that cloak out to steal it. Now I can. Crude broadsword and an iron and a bronze shield. Alright, I can't get over there. A new month has begun. Items in stores are cheaper today. Oh, interesting. Alright, you have been imprinted on this obelisk. Just make sure we got that one. So we have to find a way to get to Cesarikai, and also... Yeah, we have quite a bit to do, though. Just in this section alone. I actually didn't want that. I just wanted... This woman is elderly by Avernite standards. She has worked many jobs, learned many crafts, traveled all throughout the caves. Yet she still maintains a sense of elegance. She is certainly wearing the nicest clothes in all of Fort Dranlon. She rises and gives a little curtsy. I am Nance. Welcome to my shop. She indicates a hopeless jumble of goods filling her store with a grand sweep of her arm. I have a variety of goods for sale, and I can buy equipment that you no longer need. Please tell me how I can help. You have quite a few anvils. She sighs. Yes, too many. Bulky things, hard to sell. We did some special work for a wizard. Custom work. Left us with a lot of annoying excess inventory. Work for who? Not sure. Someone else set it up. Some eccentric in the tower colony. Nance follows you through her tiny shop, volunteering information about every object you so much as glance at. Would you like anything else? I am ever eager to help. I'd like to sell something. This is your shop? Yes, humble and cramped. But there is a need for it. Lots of soldiers and hunters traveling through, all needing little necessities. A good chance for profit. Making good money? I can charge whatever I want. I've been down here too long for soft feelings, I'm afraid. Time to make enough so that we can retire. Been a trader for long? Since the dark days when Emperor Hawthorne's goons sent us down here. Worked so many jobs. Seen so many disasters. This is just one more. I'll never kill a villain, but I'll sell you what you need so that you can do it. Do you run the shop alone? A long, theatrical sigh. For the moment, yes. My partner, Elspeth, is off on one of her little journeys, leaving me alone at the edge of civilization. Does she do this often? Every few years. She will be back when she's burned off a bit of her wildness. It's a price I have to pay sometimes. Cost of admission. Elspeth, I met her in Katra. You're a darling for telling me. And did she seem likely to come home soon? She said she was delayed. Oh, wouldn't she just? Well, if you see her again, tell her I need her to be less delayed. I'd appreciate it ever so much. Alright, let me see your wares. You suspect that Nance has been dragging this dog's breakfast of goods around the Eastern Gallery for many a year. It's all pretty expensive. Unsurprising considering the lack of competition. I don't need anything. Alright, thank you. Come again. The priestess takes a note, reads it, smiles, and puts it into her pocket. Then she notices you standing there waiting for payment. She gives you a pouch of silver coins. Quite generous for the effort. There is a small shrine in Fort Dranlon. Soldiers and merchants in remote lands need a place to pray and contemplate the unknown before setting out on dangerous journeys. The woman in the shrine is barely an adult. She wears light robes and no armor. Her only concession to the martial nature of the fort is a short sword hanging from her belt. It shows no signs of use. Still, she greets you with great poise and calm. Welcome, travelers, pilgrims in a time of peril. Welcome to the small island of peace. I am Mother Phelps, of the Seekers of the Mysteries. I would be happy to help, if help is needed. Who are the Seekers of the Mysteries? We seek knowledge. We are explorers. We are only content when at the borders of what is unknown. Within and without. Without, we are always seeking unknown places, unknown creatures, new areas to explore. That is what has drawn me here to Fort Dranlon. I would journey down to Vontai lands if I could. It would be marvelous to sample such mysteries. Within, we seek, through fasting and meditation, to fully comprehend and control the chaos within ourselves. Through such focus, we gain great calm. Calm leads to strength. Such strength can result in uncommon holy power. If you wish, I can train you in some of our techniques. Of course, we also seek knowledge. That is one reason I like to be out here. Proximity to mysterious monsters. Any monsters in particular? Oh, all sorts. Every sort of creature we can find. Meyerwin encourages this research. Gives her interesting tidbits to send back to the castle. She leans close and starts to whisper, "Don't let this get out, but we managed to get something very interesting in the cell upstairs. I can't wait to examine it. Please stay out of there. It's not very safe." Are there many out here like you? She frowns. There was one with whom I was close, but she left to explore the tunnels to the north. She has not returned. I am concerned. Her name is Torella Vinia. If you stumble upon news of her, please let her know I wish news of her safety. Where exactly might she be? She was on a long tour, finding and delivering news. She was to go to Fort Monastery and back. Any other information? I did get a message from her, carried by caravan. She says that she was being sent to look across the river at a growing band of giants. Very dangerous work. That was the last I heard. Can you provide me with training? I definitely want the unshackle mine for sure. Dang it, not enough money for the Rain of Curses, but we can sell that and get that. Rain of Curses. Mother Phelps smiled serenely. She could not seem more out of place out here, surrounded by shipwrecks, bandits, and so on. She is very young for one claiming the title of mother, but she radiates a remarkable sense of calm. Do you ever help fight? Do I aid in battle here? Of course. I am not foolish or naive. I knew where I was coming to, and I knew I needed to take part in this defense when required. How do you help? I am a skilled healer. Just because I bother to keep my robes clean, do not think that they have not had their share of bloodstains. Is the fort attacked often? Not recently. The Soserikai and bandits keep a safe distance, but soldiers are constantly brought in with chitrack wounds. Also, those foul bugs can burrow into the fort at any time. I wonder if we're... if we're strong enough to take on giants right now. Alright, where was Elspeth at again? Katra's guards are a friendly lot. They have managed thus far to avoid most hostile action. They're happy to chat with you and learn about events elsewhere in Avernum. They are still stunned by the death of their captain. They can't understand how she could betray them like that. Nance told me that she wants you to come back. Ah, she's gotten to the send the bounty hunter stage, I see. I promise I will go home soon. Don't worry about it too much. Concentrate on being a hero, not our petty business. Okay, not like that was a quest, but I still wanted to hear that dialogue regardless. Again, it's still cool that Jeff reused characters like Nance and Elspeth, because honestly, considering how long they've been in the series, I mean, they probably could be dead now. I definitely have a lot to do right now. Okay, I am curious about something, though. Because there was like a trap door earlier. This body has been here for a while, alone and undiscovered. This person was an Vernac soldier or scout. You can't figure out much more by looking at it, and you don't want to look too closely. Mostly bones are left. However, close to his hand you see a few sheets of paper with cramped writing. Whoever this person was, he or she spent the last few hours of life writing what happened. Water damage has rendered several of the pages unreadable, but you can make some of it out. This was indeed a Vernite scout named Torella Vinia. She was sent up here to watch the giants on the west side of the river. She was investigating rumors that they had grown much more active in recent months. These rumors were true. Unfortunately, while trying to investigate this tunnel, a giant saw her. He threw a stone over the chasm and broke her leg. She couldn't climb out of this hole. The last page of the journal is almost unreadable. It looks like she was trying to say goodbye to her mother and some friends. You can't make out the name of the town where they live. Okay, so taking on the giants might still be a little bit beyond me at the moment. But yeah, I did actually remember about that part down there. I'm afraid that Torella Vinia is dead. You remember finding the body of Torella Vinia in the cave south of Fort Monastery. It's a long journey there on foot. You tell Mother Phelps about her final fate and resting place. Oh. Oh, dear. I was afraid of this, but... Excuse me. Please leave me. She turns away. I am sorry for your loss. Yes, excuse me for my loss of composure. Torella and I, we were like sisters. This is difficult. Still, I am most grateful for your aid. I would like to repay you. Perhaps... She thinks, I know. Instruction. Knowledge. That is the best reward. She spends some time giving you lessons in first aid. Simple battlefield medicine that can be extremely useful. One member of your group now has higher first aid skill. Ooh, nice. Nice. Much appreciated. At least we got that. Alright, let's go ahead and explore the outside a bit now that we talked to everything. Now that we covered Fort Dranlon, we still have a lot of quests we need to do though. Okay, I don't want to go down here yet. Let's see what Rain of Curses does. Oh, snap. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Uh... And we still have a lot of quests to do, so that's why I want to explore the outside as much as I can. Right, there we go. Get that. Again, I'm not worried about going down in anywhere right now. Still trying to explore the outside regions. Okay, I am paying attention to the map too, so I have an idea of what all I haven't, like, uncovered yet. Swamp goblin over here. Alright, more swamp nodules. Oh, hell no, you took out a lot of me. Let's just do a regular heal now. I feel like that's the best option than minor heal. Yeah, the plated shit racks are strong as hell. Okay, hopefully hopefully we don't need to gather more egg sacs around. Okay. Dang, these swamp goblins are tough as hell, though. Dang, how much longer am I going to have this acid? 4 remain. Oh, good lord. Let's just go ahead and cure and heal. I was like, yeah, that's taking forever to go away. I don't know if this is a quest area, but I will still take care of them anyway. Alright, didn't somebody need tools? Hunting Koshar. Search the island. Eye stalks required. Island route. Chitrack hunt. I just need one more swamp nodule and then I'll complete Orvis's quest. Dang, this is a lot of enemies, though. The hell? I had, like, no chance to react to any of this. Hang on. Did autosave? No, it didn't autosave me close enough. Come on now, game. Why didn't you autosave me sooner? I'm not gonna make it then. Okay, oh, thank goodness it allowed me to heal. Dagnabbit. Forget that we are returning life. Oh, this is the Boneborer. Who had that? Who had that quest? Angarhard. Oh, Angara had. Yeah, she had that. You better run. Get away from me. Thank goodness for that return life scroll, though. Oh, come on. I had the slow effect. Screw you. Dang, this fight is tough as hell. Ah, stop it with the slow effect. Okay, this was probably more tougher than it needed to be, but I almost have it beat. Stop it with the freaking... Nope, not happening. Dang, she's not now at level 2 for freaking wounded. Oh, now she's knocked out again. What the heck? Ugh. She's gonna be level 3, so we definitely have to go back and get her healed. This is wild. My poor Nova. At least the burning effect is doing damage to them. Man, how many times did freaking Nova get knocked out in this fight? Oh, God. That was painful as hell. Now, if I use the return life scroll, the Nova would be... No! Stop putting in combat. I was just about to leave. Oh, I need to bring Nova back. What the heck? Of course, a couple of swamp goblins out of spawn right here. I like how I pretty much won the fight, but one of my people is still out. You better run. Get away from me. Yeah, rats, don't worry about me. Well, that's a section I haven't even explored yet. Oh god, that was annoying as hell. I lost Nova in that fight, and I have to get her back. Angarahad listens to your tale of the battle with the Boneborer. Excellent, I'll tick that off my to-do list. And here, as promised, are the gems. She gives you a small pouch. That was an annoying fight, honestly. Where's the job board at again? I want to see. Okay, down here. Because I still want to finish exploring that rest of that section. Like I said, that was just an annoying fight. And I lost Nova like several times because of that. But we'll still explore everything we can. Not a big deal for me. Blade shield chain. One is Swords Mage. If I was invested in Swords Mage, I would wear that, but no. Fiery Wand. Alright, another level up. Dang, that was a strong hit. Dang, how tough are these? Level 12? Alright. And I know this freaking acid is going to take forever. Huh. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have that. Let's just teleport back up to Fort Dranlon real quick. The soldiers of Fort Dranlon are a tired lot. You take in the bandages, scratched and dented armor, and growing exhaustion. They're too tired for much talking. They spend most of their time listening for digging chit racks. Bug infestation is a current rational fear. Nobody's getting proper sleep. You give the goblin necklaces to Meyerwin. She is very pleased. Well, that will slow them down. She has a guard bring you a pouch of coins. If I need even more help, I'll leave a note on the job board. You relate the tale of the death of Skunky Joe to Meyerwin. She is pleased and surprised. Amazing. Never thought that someone would bring that rogue down on my watch. She has a guard bring you a very large pouch of coins. Alright, no jobs currently available. Let's train our characters. You know, I now think now is a good time as any as to raise. It might be a good time to raise dexterity and endurance finally. Or better yet, yeah, let's raise dexterity. I guess raise bows, but we'll let 2 skill points carry over here. All right, dual blade mastery. Yeah, let's get that. Increase your chance. And we'll let the other 2 skill points carry over. Quick action. And yeah, sure hand, we'll go for that. Huh. At the beginning, return has a 50% chance of applying a weak cure to all allies within 2 spaces. Ooh, yeah, I actually like that. So let's get that. Swords mage, strong back, quick learning, fast recovery. Let's go with more summoning focus here. Alright, so with that in mind, I still have quite a bit more to explore, so I'm going to make sure the game is saved right here, and I'll see you on the next part.